What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JJ back again with another video, and we're on a new channel. We're gonna be talking about nothing but just straight up like wrestling things and all things related to wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Don't really know how often the uploads are gonna be on this channel, but again, we're finna just jump right into Smackdown. That happened last night, April 30th. Um, so basically, the show started off with Bianca Belair. She started off the show. It was, I believe, it was her first appearance, since WrestleMania. Then the Dirty Dogs come out. Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, or Robert Roode, whatever the hell his name is. Actually, shit, I actually don't know. Just Roode and Ziggler. Then the Street Profits come out, and then Bayley comes out, and then I think Bayley like doesn't even say anything. She just kind of like laughs at her, and then they all start fighting. They all like go crazy or whatever. Um, then the Street Profits won the match. Uh, Solid stuff. Pretty solid opener. A bit different from the normal. Like either we're gonna get like something related to the Universal Championship in the opener. So it's good that they at least quote unquote highlighted the tag team division. And it's kind of weird because I thought that Rey Mysterio and Dominic were the number one contenders, but apparently I don't know. I don't know. It seems like we just need a lot of multi-man matches to like kind of like reset things and reshuffle things on SmackDown. I don't know. I think the draft can't come soon enough. At least on the SmackDown side. I guess Raw too. Actually, I think we need the Miz back on SmackDown. I think that's what it really comes down to. Miz back on SmackDown. I think at this point, now that Apollo Crews has a character, he can go to Raw. Like, you know what I mean? Now that he has a character, he can go to Raw and he could probably do good things there. But anyways, next there was like a little like pre pre-match promo for Daniel Bryan for his match against Roman Reigns, and then all throughout the night they had like people going from like they had people like Booker T, Seth Rollins, like all giving their take on who's gonna win, and it was pretty interesting. That was pretty interesting. You know what I mean? Now the one thing that really confuses me is this whole thing between Nia Jax, Tamina, and Natalia on SmackDown. Because it's like Nia Jax and Tamina are basically the baby faces you would think on SmackDown because bro, like literally Natalia and Tamina are like bullying them type shit, right? But then on Raw, you get Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler bullying Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. So it's like what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, what's happening? I honestly don't know. And I hope I can get to the bottom of this soon. Honestly, I hope we could figure out what the hell is going on here. But yeah, they basically, Natalia and Tamina basically just ambushed Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler from behind. Like, I think they're like during an interview. And then, like, Reginald's like, oh, what happened? And then they had a match. And then, tag team match. And it was Tamina who got the pinfall on Shayna Baszler of all people. You would think how long ago was it? What, a year and a half, that Shayna Baszler would be at like the tippity top of the women's division right now, fucking taking people out like shit, like Asuka. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's ready for Asuka, no one's ready for Shayna Baszler. Building those two up to have a fucking match one day on the main roster, probably at fucking Mania. You know what I mean? Like have those two mega, like those two stars clash, or have someone dethrone Shayna Baszler as the fucking heel All Women's Champion. You know what I mean? Have something along those lines happen. But instead, we've been having this super long, drawn out. Like she had a feud with Nia Jax, which would have been cool. But then they formed a tag team, and they've been terrorizing the women's tag team division. Now, granted, at least the women's tag team division is getting recognition with them as the champions. So I can at least say I can at least say thank you for that. I can at least say thank you for that. But yeah, that was pretty much that. Then they got the Intercontinental Championship. Well, there was a Aleister Black promo right before that. No one really cares about that. Because I personally don't think that it's gonna change anything. I have a whole like hot take on the whole Aleister Black return uh if you guys want a video on that. But basically, Big E fought Apollo Crews. I think they're having like a pattern, bro, because it was like they had a regular match, right? And then the next match they had, Apollo Crews like threw like the stairs or some shit on Big E. Or was that not a match? Either way, the next match they had was a no contest. Oh yeah, the next match they had was a no contest because it was at Fastlane, and then the one at Mania actually happened and went to a finish, and then this one they just had didn't go to a finish. So that means the next match they're gonna have is gonna go to a finish. It's probably gonna be at WrestleMania Backlash. But the thing was though, Kevin Owens came out, and then like what was it, Commander Zeus or whatever? Kevin Owens and Big E come out to fight. They fight off Commander Zeus, at least for the most part. But then out of nowhere, Sami Zayn comes out of like fucking right frame, just haluva kicks Kevin Owens, and then like they start jumping Big E, and then Sami Zayn, like as all the beatdowns going on, Sami Zayn just starts getting in a trance, and he looks down and he just picks up the IC Championship and he's staring at it, and then Apollo Crews is like, "Bro, give me my title," and then Sami hands it to him, and then he's like, "Look, we're cool." And then he holds up Apollo Crews' hand, and then Commander is just like looking at him, and then he just like punches him in the throat. And I was like, that's a really nice touch. I like that. See, I really like Sami's character work right now, bro. I really do. I really like his character work. I don't think it's time for him to take the belt off of Apollo Crews. If anything, I feel like maybe Cesaro would be good to take the belt off Apollo Crews right now. Like after Cesaro goes through his whole feud with Roman Reigns, yada yada yada. Maybe he has like a number one contenders match or something for the IC Championship, and then he wins that. I think that would be a good look for Cesaro. And then that would be just in time for Apollo Crews to go to not the main roster, to go to Raw, and then he can do his thing on Raw, and then like, you know, fight for the US Championship or whatever, be in that circle, you know what I mean? So I think that would be a good look for him. And then after that, Paul Heyman has his little pre-match promo, like, you know, spoiler, Roman Reigns wins, you know what I mean? That kind of thing for his Paul Heyman guy, as always. But then we get to the match, the Roman Reigns Daniel Bryan match, and bro, this was a good match, bro. This was a really good match, bro. The fact that it took like most of like the end part of the show, because there wasn't really a lot going on before that, so the show really top to bottom was actually really solid. I really liked this week's SmackDown. We had minimal talking from Seth Rollins, great. We had Roman Reigns, who was just, I mean, come on, he's our tribal chief. Come on now. I mean, what are we supposed to? We didn't even get we didn't even have any outside interference from Main Event Jay. You know what I'm saying? Main Event Jay, like, it's not like, okay, I'm glad they're not like using Jay as like as an insurance policy. I'm glad that that's not the direction that we're going in. You know what I mean? Because you know how like Big E was for Dolph Ziggler, or how I was trying to find another example. Or like how China was for DX, like back in the day, like that kind of thing, where it's like they're only winning because of their insurance policy, and then as soon as the insurance policy is out of the way, then it's like okay. Or like Wardlow for MJF, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. So I'm glad that Jay's not like that for Roman Reigns, but it's like, if he can use Jay to win, he's gonna use Jay to win because it's all a part of the family. Because if Roman loses the belt, he's not the tribal chief. He's not the provider. They can't eat. So of course Jay's gonna help out. Why wouldn't he? Wouldn't you help out? If your family's livelihood was at stake, wouldn't you help out too? Because he's feeding Jay's family. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Come on, dog. It's the tribal chief, bro. He's the provider. He's the answer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this match was really good though. Good work on the arm. I think it was like both arms at one point. It was like I think at one point it was the left, but then he stopped working on the left and he started working on the right. And then yeah, Roman Reigns just like literally just overpowered him. Cause I think this is like the fourth time they fought. So I mean, and he beat him with the guillotine. Good stuff all around. I mean, no one really taps out to the guillotine, so it always just makes you look better just by passing out to the pain. And really, the thing came after the match whenever Roman was about to hit Daniel Bryan with a concerto, and then Cesaro comes out and just starts uppercutting the fuck out of Roman Reigns. Like, he just starts hitting him all type of shit. and then Jay comes out of nowhere, fucks up Cesaro, and then like pins and like holds Cesaro's arms like in the ropes and makes him watch as Roman Reigns hits Daniel Bryan with the concerto. And then he just stares down Cesaro like to end off the fucking night, bro. That was like, fuck. Like, damn. He made him watch him like Concerto Bryan. And Daniel Bryan's off of SmackDown now, so that's crazy. I don't know if they're just gonna like storyline it up and then just have it and then just have fucking what's it called happen. Just have Bryan just fucking go to goddamn just come back to SmackDown anyways. Like just say fuck it, right? Have like some storyline reason, or they're just gonna say fuck it and have Bryan go to NXT or Raw, or just not show up for a while. That also is an option too. Yeah, because I know he is contemplating on either hanging up the boots or just going into a part-time role with WWE. Which is like, I feel like without the pandemic, this probably wouldn't have happened. He probably would have already like went part-time, and this wouldn't have been a full-time role for him. But that's good though. That's good. That's good. Maybe he can come back whenever fans come back. Maybe he could take a little break until fans come back, and then like maybe he'll see whether or not he wants to keep on doing this. But that's good for Bryan though. Overall, it was a really good show. I really did like the show, bro. This was a good show, bro. This is a good show. This is a good edition of SmackDown. And next week we got old school SmackDown, which basically means we're gonna get the exact same SmackDown, but it's gonna be like either like an older filter or like I doubt they're gonna change the set because they literally just changed the set for like post-Mania. So I doubt they're gonna change the set again, but they might. They changed the set for old school Raw, so granted, that was also during whenever they had fans, and they have no fans. So it's gonna be like I hope it's gonna be like due to the logo that they have. It's probably gonna be like the oval arena, hopefully. But I don't know. Yeah. Without any further ado, man. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff for the new channel. We should be posting pretty regularly. I'm not gonna say I'm posting every day on here because I'm probably not, because there's not that much wrestling content out there. At least I'll at least do reviews of all the weekly shows like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and AEW. So that's at least 4 videos a week at least, right? And then if there's a pay-per-view, that's 5. And if there's like any like real big shocking news, I might do that like a Saturday, maybe. I mean, not a Saturday, but like I might do that like a 6th video, but that's 6 videos in a week, so it's like, and then that plus the editing process, all that. Anyways, without any further ado, I'm out. Peace.